Well, not if you're going to do that, sir.
Are we going to still do the same setup?
Take the mic out of your mouth.
Yeah, I think
for the third time.
Got it. Okay.
Brock, I have to tell you this way too many times. Please take the mic.
I was going to put it in my mouth, and then I thought, that's pretty weird.
That wasn't his mouth.
All right, welcome everybody to the Drop Culture Quickcast. This is our very first podcast in our new studio provided by
Manitou Springs, Colorado.
Nice. I'm Brock. To the left of me, I have
Dan.
Across the table, Mitchell.
Yeah.
And I'm Tyson over here in the corner.
We've kind of switched
Nobody
places.
puts Tyson in a corner.
No.
He's actually separated from the table. He's in the corner on this little desk.
Yeah.
You're going to say he was segregated?
So I was about to say
That's
that.
racist, sir.
Hey.
Watch your racism.
Hey. No,
Not on this podcast. In your own house, maybe.
cops surround my house later. I'll know what happened.
They won't hear this for a week, though, so
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's a good point. This is a win.
Yes, yes. So, guys, what do we have new coming out in theaters this week?
Oh, I was going to first bring up the Star Wars trailer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their Terminator's coming out this week, though, I think, which is getting good
Dark
reviews.
Fate.
Yeah, It's actually getting good reviews. You see that?
First time in a long time for a Terminator movie.
That's what they said. It was the best since T2, is
Wow.
what it says.
What?
But, I mean, I'd go see it now that that's coming, but I don't know. I'd rather go see The Lighthouse first.
Yeah.
Which is playing now in some other movie theaters. But Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. What'd you guys think?
There were some badass scenes in it,
Yeah.
obviously. I'm interested.
I'm interested. I think it looks pretty cool.
It's got my attention.
I don't really know where it's going. I don't know what they're trying to portray except for just, hey, go see it. But that's probably a good trailer that doesn't tell too much.
There's a lot of weird stuff between, like, it's from all of the trailers and even the movies before. It's that weird relationship between Kylo and Rey that really plays off, like, I thought a lot in this one. In this trailer
On this
specifically.
trailer, okay. I'm just excited to see the Knights of Ren.
I was
wanna know
excited
what's
to see
about
that scene where he came out of the water looking like a badass.
Yeah, I
was
know,
like,
with the
whoa,
waves coming out and everything.
Adam Driver looking like a badass.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Han Swolo.
Yeah.
No,
You swole, boy.
But aren't they on Endor or something like that?
That's
Or-
that's what they're saying. Yeah.
No, it's not Endor. It's a different planet.
Oh,
They-
so
they
it's-
released that.
They did?
Mhm.
So
It
it's
has
in the
a name.
same. Is it in the same? Because Endor was a moon of another planet, right?
Yes, that was the moon of Endor.
Yeah,
You are correct.
Endor was a moon, so it must have landed on another planet in the same.
That's what it said.
Yeah, because the gravitation.
Yeah, I could see that.
Bigger gravitational pull. That would make sense.
Man, but that looks so fucking cool. The Death Star, actually, the remnants of the Death Star just floating in this really chaotic sea.
I'm really excited to see how they bring Palpatine back into the
I'm a
mix.
little confused about that.
Or Darth Sidious, whatever you want to
And
call
Vader, too, it looked like in one of those that Vader was standing behind Darth Sidious in a way like his silhouette or something like that. Because if you look really close, whenever they're walking up towards the throne,
Right.
it looks like Vader's behind them. And
Oh,
maybe
really?
it's that Vader statue.
Maybe.
Or the
Yeah.
Vader remnants, whatever his burned carcass was that they destroy in it too.
Right.
Because it looks like they destroyed that part of it as well. So it's like he put his head on it and it was like, oh, let's kill it. Weird.
In this movie, it's the ocean moon Kef Bir. Or KEF space BIR.
Well, that's where the battle takes place between them two, right?
That's the water planet where
but I'm talking more about where we see the background of the Death Star.
Yeah.
It was not on the water planet, was it?
No, yeah.
That's where it's at, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, all of this could be digitally altered.
Oh, sure. 100%.
I really like the secrecy in J.J. Abrams and stuff, so I'm pretty.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be cool. I'm not like a huge Star Wars. Like I'm a Star Wars fan, like everyone else, but I'm not gonna go opening night. I feel like there's bigger Star Wars fans out there that can see it opening night. You know what I mean? So
I'm not going to say that I have Empire Strikes Back pillowcases from 1984, but maybe I do.
I had some too myself.
They were on my
want
wife and
those.
I's bed probably a month ago.
Oh, man.
They're in rotation.
They are
Yes,
awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
So moving on, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's going to get re-released with some new footage.
Yeah.
That's cool. So they're going to do another run in the theater?
I'll actually be excited to go watch it again. Like, I would have gone and watched it again anyways.
Really?
So I think that with new footage, I'll probably go see it in the theater.
Cool.
Yeah, if I could get time to go to movies, I'd probably go to more.
Yeah.
And that would have been one of them that I went to.
Maybe you would have saw Joker.
Probably too.
You didn't see it?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not
man.
yet.
I wish we could
know.
talk about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not yet. I will eventually. So save it.
I saw it twice.
It's pretty good.
Son of a
dude.
bitch.
It's a
He saw it for you.
I know. What'd you think?
I'll tell you all about it here.
Let me tell you what you think, Brock.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
You think it's pretentious and you hate it. No, I'm just kidding.
No. I'm like, it's overdone.
I really still think you're going to love it.
No, I think I
hope so.
think I will too, just because
so.
I know what it looks like. You know,
Yeah.
I could just feel it.
We have a
It's a
new
good
section
movie.
of the podcast where every week we talk about how Brock hasn't seen the Joker, and we lament that for about 2 minutes, 20 seconds.
Until
And then we'll move on.
And then
Yeah.
we'll keep doing it until it's on Blu-ray and DVD or
Yeah,
whatever, and
yeah.
you'll watch it then.
Yes.
In 3 months.
Then I'll borrow it
in
from one of you
February,
guys.
Yeah, in February.
Mum's the word till then, guys.
We'll call it the running Joker.
The running Joker.
I see what you did there.
That was clever.
I'll take it.
Let's not go that far.
Yeah, let's rein it back a little bit. Anywho, yeah.
Any other new movies coming out this week? I mean, besides that,
I think it was Terminator. Yeah, the only thing I could see was Terminators coming out this week.
Yeah.
what do we got on new movie releases, new DVDs?
Well, I picked up Midsommar, but that's been out for a little bit. And I'll eat a little crow with the Spider-Man Far From Home. I got to see that finally. That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a great movie. I enjoyed it.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal a lot in that, actually. When he gets up and gives a toast, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I knew that reference. I'll eat a crow?
Eat some crow. Yeah.
Eat some crow.
Because I kind of was talking shit about it a couple podcasts back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of get. I don't.
now
I
he's
didn't know
eating
that
the
one,
crow.
but that's cool.
Yeah.
But not now I bought a bunch of new Spider-Man books, and I'm into that J.J. Abrams Spider-Man
Yeah.
book.
Nice.
That Spider-Man versus Wolverine book is beautifully drawn.
It's good.
And I got a really good copy of it, so it's pretty cool. But that's more. I don't know if what other movies are coming out. What about new to streaming? Anything? Didn't you watch My Name Is Dolomite?
I'm in the middle of it. I had to stop watching it to come to the podcast, which so far pretty fucking cool. Really, honestly,
I was looking forward to that.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it.
for the one person that was around at the time that Rudy Ray Moore was doing his shit, and have him actually be Rudy Ray Moore is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy does a really good job of anything that I've ever seen at Dolomite. Anyway,
What do you think about some award buzz for this performance?
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I wouldn't think that they would give an award for him actually playing a badass character like Dolomite.
Maybe.
You never know, though. You never know. I mean, they really could. And I think that the award would probably go to the woman that's playing the Queen Bee character.
Okay.
You know, the woman that he had met. I'm kind of at that part where they're kind of joining forces, which is pretty cool. And she's doing a really good job.
Here's my bet: is I'm going to see this before you see Joker.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, you are. You know, I have been watching because the Righteous Gemstones just ended, but I really got to mention this, and I really think that this is something that we're going to see a lot from these three people that are in this show. Every time I'm watching the show, I'm thinking, God, these guys are actually killing it on this show. Let me look it up, and I'll tell you who they are. But have you guys watched that yet?
No, I have HBO though, and I could go back and watch all the episodes. You've been recommending it for a while.
It is so funny, and there's it's not over the top funny, like to where it's like everybody's like firing on all cylinders. Because I think, of course, anything that Home Dude does, Jody Hill, it's really awesome.
One of my favorite movies, actually, I'd definitely say top 10 is Observe and Report. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yeah,
I really
that's
like
Rogan, right?
He stars in it. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
directed by Jody Hill.
Yeah, of
I love
course.
that movie.
But
I think the mall cop scene, like with the other one, it ruined it for me.
Well, because Paul Blart
fair.
came out the year
Yeah.
before, or whatever, or the
That's
year
fair.
after.
but I think there's really three people in this television show
Righteous Gemstones.
that are blowing it up, and they do such an awesome job in this. The first one is that Edie Patterson. She's Judy Gemstone in this. She was in Vice Principals. She had a part in it, and she is fucking fantastic in this show. Like literally, she's like one of the best parts. Every time I watch it, she is like the best part. She steals everything that she's in. You know what I mean? And she's just so fucking funny. The next person is this guy named Tony Cavallero. He plays this guy named Keith Chambers. He's an ex-Satanist that's like part of the church now, which he's got all these 666 tattoos, and he's fucking hilarious. At one point, they show all of his junk and stuff. It's funny because he comes out eating a piece of cheese, and it's weird. And they're like, I don't think you realize that shirt is not as long as you think it is, buddy. And his dog's hanging out, and he's like just eating a slice of cheese, and he's like really shy, and he walks out. Fucking funny.
The dog is really making its impression on TV.
Yeah.
I would say
there's a lot of dongs in this show, which is kind of crazy. And then the other
like watching
guy,
Spartacus. Awesome.
I remember that.
But there's this other guy named Tim Baltz. He plays BJ, which is the Judy Gemstone's boyfriend / going to be husband.
Okay.
Fiance. And he is fucking killing it too. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Fiance. And those three people, I think they get the best mention out of this whole show. If you want to watch the show, my recommendation is to pay attention to those three people because they are fucking fantastic in this show.
Right on.
I think that you're going to start seeing them pop up in so many different things.
Different comedies.
Especially the Edie woman. She's fucking hilarious. There's so many one-liners that she has in that are way better than anybody else's. And with everybody, it's just bitching. If you get a chance, watch that.
Well, let's tie in here with HBO. We might as well just go right into Watchmen.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That premiered, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic for a pilot.
Yeah, it was really good.
It set up a lot of mysteries, and then when it ended, I was like, oh man, okay, so it kind of there are a lot of parallels. And I think it's really, like I was saying before off when we were recording, I think it's really timely piece, just like the comic book was at the time. This has a lot of, once you start watching it, you'll see it has a lot to do with some political things and race and police
the
and
opening
stuff like that.
is really awesome. Just the whole tie
that really
into
happened,
everything.
right?
I haven't really done a lot of research on what they're actually referencing in there.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921.
Yeah, but what's really cool about what Watchmen does is they integrate 3 different stories or 2 different stories at the same time.
Right.
What they did in the book and the movie and everything like that. Which is really cool because there's still certain aspects of it that I'm still kind of like, wait a minute, is that like,
right?
So I'm still kind of thinking about things, I think there's just a lot of really, really awesome things in it.
I think it's cool because you get to take that world, because the comic book definitely happened, and then so we're in our times now, and it just had a lot of cool references, the electric cars, there's no internet, Robert Redford, you know what I mean?
Right.
Did you guys catch the Redforations?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. There's some really cool things in there that you're just like, wow, but then the characters are really cool and relatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they actually interact really cool. They're kind of
that's a real
normal
thing.
People.
Yeah. I mean, that thing depicted, the opening scene is a real thing that happened.
Wow.
Like a race riot.
It was a terrible race riot, in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then you come into 2019, and I was impressed. I like it.
Yeah, I think that the more time that it gives, the better it's going to be.
My man Damon Lindelof, friend of the show.
That's right.
Yeah, and then of course Creepshow's still going on. They've had a couple of episodes where I've been like, not as good, but then the latest episode, I guess is episode number 5, is actually really good too. It's more into the Creepshow style.
Is
again.
that got the one guy in the case?
No, that was 4, I think.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
That was cool and different, but it was one of the fillers, I guess. I think it was a great idea and executed really well, but I just wasn't a fan of that one. Myself. But the werewolf one is still like the fucking best one that
with
they've
Nazis?
done. Yeah, oh my god, I love that episode. I mean, just that first 15 minutes is fantastic. It's pretty cool. You guys got to watch it.
On Netflix too, and you said Shudder. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original one, is streaming, so Halloween, go watch that one. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this is the week, because right now, I think one channel on cable is actually doing 7 days of straight Halloween movies. So Tremors has been on every day at least 4 times.
I love that,
which I gotta watch it almost every time because it is fucking. I was talking to my wife about it, saying how great Tremors was. Whenever I saw it in the theater, whenever I was a little kid, I must have been in like 8th grade because it came out in 1990, right?
Right.
Not even 8th grade. I was in like 6th grade or some shit like that, right?
That movie's like top 5 for me.
Oh
top
my god,
6.
it's such an original idea, and then Kevin Bacon is awesome in it. Fred Ward is awesome in it. Reba McEntire is awesome in it.